Yo, 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 what's up? Gamer, what's up, dude? You're good, buddy. What's up, dude? Katari, what's up, my friend? Oh, Xenoblade today, yeah? Xenoblade 3, let's go, dude. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good to see you guys. Hope your day is going well. Day 20 of Witcher 3, yeah? It's Friday, dude, it's Friday, guys. Let's go. Always working for that weekend, am I right? So we will do more Gwent. We'll do more standalone Gwent and maybe a little bit of Fall Guys this weekend too, as well. So we'll do our normal Witcher 3 today, and then we'll do some our weekend antics. Back into some standalone Gwent and a little bit of some Fall Guys fun. Just chill out, hang out, have a good time. Okay. Again, I'm so glad to see everybody this morning, as always. I hope your day is going very well. Let's do what we do. Let's hop into this gaming news segment, and then we'll work our way into our Witcher gameplay, okay, guys? Oh, let's go. Fix this camera. Go. Let's get it. Need that Java. Oh, baby. All right, let's go. Um, why am I blanking what this kind of said yesterday? Oh, that's because we weren't able to read the whole thing. That's why I'm blanking it. Yep. Okay, let's go. Yo, Katari, I know you've been super hyped for Xenoblade, man. I hope it is everything you could hope it will be, buddy. I really, really do. August free games with Amazon Prime Gaming have been announced. Let's take a look at what that is. Final Fantasy 14 patch 6.2 gets another showcase in 2 weeks. We'll we don't I do not play that game, but who knows, maybe we'll tune in and watch the showcase if we can remember. If there are enough people in the community interested in watching the showcase for that patch, remind me and we'll watch it here on stream if we're live for it, okay? I'm not going to dive into this article, but Sony lowers forecast for PS5 gaming sales in 2022. That is just a smart business move, right? Uh, they cannot meet demand. So it is better for a business to undershoot their numbers and hit higher than it is to overproject, right? That just makes sense. So, I think that's the play here. I think that's the play. I'm glad you feel that way, Katari. That's awesome, buddy. You'll have to keep me updated with how you feel about the content and gameplay, technically, things like that. Just all encompassing as you play through the game. Since I'm not planning on playing it right now, you'll have to let me know how you feel about it overall. As you continue to move through it, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. GTA 6, everything we know so far, news, leaks, and rumors. Let's pull this up since we weren't able to read the article yesterday. We'll pull this up, see what we have, okay? Xbox Cloud Gaming is down again. They've been having some issues over the past few months. Xbox's servers have. Let's see what's going on. We've already got this up. I'm not going to pull it up again. Um, is Stray really a good video game? I'm not going to dive into this either. I would say it's fairly easy to discern at this point that overall consensus regarding Stray as a video game is that it is a very good title. Is it necessarily going to appeal to every single person? No, because that is the way it works. There have notoriously been very, very, very good games out there, even within the genre that certain people enjoy, that they don't necessarily find appealing and haven't gotten much enjoyment out of. That's just the way it works, right? But overall, everything we've heard so far about Stray is that it is a very good video game. So that I'm not really going to dive into this. We've read enough, seen enough about the game so far to understand that it is a pretty good title. I'm still interested in what the ending has to offer, and I don't want to be spoiled on it. I want to play the game myself, which we will try to get done before the end of the year, probably. Okay? I just, so I'm looking at this AMD gaming chairs available for roughly $600. Um, I find it so wild. Like, I can't see myself spending $600 on a gaming chair. Maybe a couple hundred. I haven't even ever spent that much on a gaming chair. Um, but potentially, if it was a really good gaming chair, 200 to 300, something like that. But double that amount, 600. I mean, that's a really good graphics card, man. And granted, look, we talk about this a lot as well. Many of us that game, we spend a lot of time on our butts, man, in a chair, or unless you have a standing desk or something. If it has a lifetime warranty or something, that is absolutely a different story, Katari. Yeah. But again, what you need to also keep in mind when it comes to stuff like that is if it's a lifetime warranty from a company like AMD, I'm in, right? But if it's a lifetime company coming from some brand that I'm not real familiar with, might be a new company, something like that, and you always need to read the fine print in there as well. And that's a very good point, buddy. That's a very good point. I'm going to be a bit more skeptical about what the lifetime warranty is actually going to entail, right? And if said company is even going to be around a year or two from then. Oh no, dude, no. Feels bad. You know what? I actually have a. Speaking of controllers, I have an Xbox core controller that I need to repair bumper buttons on, and I also have some Switch controllers that I'm going to replace some joysticks on. And I was thinking about doing just like a quick live stream on the weekends at some point in the near future, or like maybe during one of the weekend streams or something. I would just record it at the same time, but I think I'm going to take like one of the weekend streams and actually repair this stuff live. That way, everybody can kind of get a look at what I'm doing, and that way, if they ever have the same issues, they can kind of understand how to repair the things themselves. So maybe in the future, the near future here, I'm gonna do a bit of a DIY repair, controller repair stuff for everybody for some Xbox core controller and Switch controller stuff. Gamer, what's up, buddy? But yeah, I mean, you bring up a good point there, Katari. I mean, if it had some kind of lifetime warranty, then yeah, quite possibly worth. Uh, good point. Good point. Thirsty Suitors. Do you guys remember us seeing this game previously? I think we saw this during the June gaming showcases. Thirsty Suitors. This actually looks like a hilarious game. And the name is actually hilarious as well. I'm gonna pull this up. We'll read about that. Let's don't go page 4. Let's pivot here. Our other gaming search. We read that yesterday. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, inclusivity within the industry is very important. It doesn't matter. I mean, it in general, overarching inclusivity within the industry is needed and way overdue. And this was a great article from yesterday. So if you didn't get to see yesterday's news segment, I highly recommend going and checking out the news segment from July 28th and taking a look back at us going over this Meet the Gamers article from yesterday's news segment. It was really, really good. We read about this already too. Wizards of the Coast has a new gaming development studio called Skeleton Key. We'll see what comes. Wizards of the Coast has not had a lot of great titles released of late. What was it? Dark Alliance was pretty bad. So was their what was it? Magic the Gathering ARPG was pretty. It was pretty bad. I tried it for just a bit. It was not very good. It was not very good, and it was very, very monetized. Even in the beta, very monetized. They got absolutely trashed for it. Tomorrow review. Let's see. I think this might be a game. Let's see what this is. By the way, yesterday AI Dungeon released on Steam. If you're not aware of what AI Dungeon is, it is a procedurally AI generated RPG text based story game. It looks really, really cool. The Steam based version isn't quite the same scale power wise of AI capability, I guess you would say, as what you will find on like their website that you can play. But it is at least on Steam for you to try out if you would like to have a look. I'll just pull it up. I'll show you real quick if you're not aware, and I'll post it into the chat real quick. Right here, AI Dungeon. Okay, I'll post both the link to this. Looks like it's got mixed reviews right now. Not looking very good. But I think what's important to keep in mind is that this is an old school style text based RPG, right? It's very dialogue driven. It's not a visual. You're not controlling a character with like WASD or your joysticks or anything. It's very, very it's just a text based story. But I think the premise behind it that is intriguing to a lot of people is that it is this whole new experience every time you play it because it is AI procedurally generated every time you play, right? So to share, let's go. If you're interested, and I'm going to be keeping track of this because I think it's not just what this developer is doing here specifically with it. It's the premise of what this can bring to the table for games and game development in the future of the industry as well. That is really, really intriguing for this concept. Okay. We should also have, this is their website as well. If you're interested, okay. Cool. Cool. Let's keep going. Yeah, we already read about this Black Panther video game. Seems like it is actually probably in the works right now. Not officially, but yeah, definitely seems like it's being worked on at this point. Xbox creator reveals Jurassic World has started as a video game. Okay, take a look. We read about this as well. Again, a few days ago. You can find that in the news segment. TLDR. Funko is collaborating with Tintin Games and creating a new platforming. It sounds like right now the plan is for it to be like a platforming type of battler. Very probably Smash Bros. That kind of jam. Yeah. Wick, what's up, buddy? You know what? In between everything that I was doing yesterday evening, I saw that you went live yesterday, like early evening, and I was in the middle of doing something, and not too long after that, I was like, okay. I sat down at my PC to take care of some stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna hop into Wick stream. I haven't seen Wick in a while. Got there, dude. You were already offline. I was like, what the crap, dude? Dang it, I missed it. And then, no kidding, dude. I laid down to go to sleep last night, and I got a notification you went live again. I was like, "What is happening, dude?" I felt like you were trolling me out on purpose, dude. You broke your stuff. What do you mean, dude? What happened? What's up, buddy? How's your day going? What happened, dude? Rockstar Games Bully gets remade with jaw-dropping graphics. Let's take a look at that. Camera wasn't picking up? Oof. Okay. That feels bad. That's unacceptable, dude. I've got to get my buttons fixed. Got to get my buttons fixed. I would have used our sound alert for unacceptable there had my Stream Deck button been fixed, but it's not right now. You got it figured out? Yeah, I mean, if you were working on it all the way from the time the stream went back down to where it went back up, dude, that's an amount of time. That sucks, dude. Did you really? Oh, dude, I gotta go back and take a look at the VOD. That's sick, dude. That's sick. Yo, I've actually I think I've found a site that I might start using for merch moving forward. Actually, I had our Mr. Little Bat was actually asking yesterday about merch and stuff like that, and I found a site that I think I'm pretty interested in that um could work very well moving forward. So I'm glad you got the shirt though, dude. That's really cool. That's cool. Yeah. And that again, that was just something like I got surprised by those. I had no idea those were even being made. My father-in-law, again, my father-in-law surprised me with those and has a family member as well. Um, my father-in-law does a sister that actually does like graphics on clothing and stuff like that, and just surprised me with like an amount of these shirts, and I was like, oh my god, dude, these are awesome. So that's cool, man. I'm glad you got it, and you that's cool that you wore it and everything. I'll have to check out the VOD. Yeah, I was trying to come hang out, dude. I just I was tired yesterday, man. I really was. Um, do you mind me asking what the deal was with the camera? And have you built your new PC yet? You know, by the time you actually build that thing, it's going to be like obsolete, the parts. uh, Katamari Damacy creator reveals new game teaser. Okay. The deal with what? The deal with the camera issue. Do you mind me asking what was going on? I'm a tech guy, dude. I like to know what was. I've got an intriguing tech mind, dude. I was just wondering what was going on with the camera, dude. We already talked about PS Plus free games for August. The top of the list there for PS Plus games for August, you're looking at Tony Hawk 1 and 2, as well as what was it? Yakuza Like a Dragon. Okay, there's some other games too, but that's the main of what you're getting. Oh, wild, dude, wild. Right on. Yo, Mamzelle, what's up, my friend? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Yeah. Yep. That'll do it, dude. Oh, today's the day Mamzelle is getting her shoulder fixed. Is getting her shoulder fixed. That's the mindset. What's up, Mamzelle? How are you, my friend? Yeah, yeah. That's one of my go tos. I use some um commercial off the shelf security software suite, and usually if something, especially something like that, like a input output device or something, if it's not working right, that's like my go to over the years of, because I've used this software for a very long time, and if something is not working correctly, that's like one of my first things I go check out. Man, is like, is that software blocking it as a security measure? Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying, Mamzelle. Like I saw Wick go live yesterday, early like or late afternoon, early evening, and I was busy doing something when he first went live, but it was only like about 30 minutes after that I was trying to go check out his stream because I hadn't been in one of his streams in a while, and I had sat down at my PC to take care of some stuff, and then by the time I got there, his stream was back down. I was like, wait, what? He was only live for like 20 minutes. I was like, what's going on? And then as soon as I laid down, I got a notification to go to sleep that he had gone live again, and I was like, well, crap. I felt like he was probably I'm pretty sure he has a camera watching me somewhere around here, and he was just he was just kind of trolling me out a little bit. New Star Ocean, the Divine Force trailer details combat. So thanks. Sorry, dude. I didn't know. I didn't know. That's cool that you wore the shirt though, dude. That's awesome, man. Digimon Survive asks players to not spoil the story. That's cool. Let's see what that's about. We've already talked about this. Nintendo buys animation studio Dynamo Pictures, and it is now being rebranded to Nintendo Pictures, okay? It is not actually going to have anything to do with the new Super Mario Brothers movie that has already been, like, filmed and is coming out, but stuff moving forward for Nintendo Pictures-wise, series and movies, things like that, it will be primarily involved in that stuff. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Katari, DLC teased by developer. Here we go. Minecraft Amiibos released date revealed by Nintendo. All right, let's stick with what we got. We got quite a few articles up here, so let's stick with this. Let's stick with this and see what we get into. Man, it seems like there was something I was gonna say, man, and I can't. I lost it. I lost it in the midst of what we were talking about. Not enough coffee this morning yet, I don't think. Maybe it'll come later. Let's go. Xbox creator reveals Jurassic World. Oh yeah, wait. The other thing I was saying, dude, don't you have like an entire, like, another PC ready to go, ready to be built, dude? Haven't you had the parts for it for like half a year now? Is that ever going to happen? I know that you're pressed for time and everything. I get that. Xbox creator reveals Jurassic World started as a video game pitch. The creator of Xbox, Seamus Blackley, has revealed that he had developed a pitch for a video game known as Jurassic World, which eventually became the 2015 film. The Jurassic Park franchise is one of the most iconic and arguably important franchises in cinema, thanks to the genius of director Steven Spielberg. The first film really wowed audiences thanks to how terrifying yet fun it was. It managed to bring dinosaurs to life in a major way. The series' sequels were less impressive, leading to the series to briefly fizzle out until the soft reboot known as Jurassic World, which ended up spawning a trilogy of films that concluded with the box office juggernaut Jurassic World Dominion this summer. On Twitter, Xbox creator Seamus Blackley revealed he is at least partially responsible for the creation of Jurassic World, as it began as a video game with Steven Spielberg himself involved. Around 2012, Blackley left his job at CAA to go work on this game with Spielberg, creating a story and a trailer to visualize the vision. The game doesn't sound so much like it would have focused on the big open theme park we see in the film, but more on the themes of dinosaurs and humans having to learn to coexist. Spielberg apparently loved the idea, as relayed to Blackley by current Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy. After the team began realizing the game and hiring developers, there were changes in leadership at Universal, which led to the game evolving into a new film for the franchise. You can see the pitch trailer for the game down below. What? Dude, let's watch this. Oh, you still need a CPU for it? Gotcha. Ah. Gotcha. Do you have an, do you have an Intel or an AMD board, dude? What kind of CPU are you looking to grab? I'm pretty sure you said Intel, right? Oh, big one out of the water and just snatch somebody up, please, dude. I love water dinosaurs, man. No, water dinosaur, grab the pterodactyl. That looks awesome. Aww. Disappointed. I mean, that actually looked really cool. That looked really cool, but I wanted like a plesiosaurus to come up, like jump up and like snatch one of the birds. You know what I mean? That would have been awesome. Outside of some park simulators, we have yet to get a truly awesome modern Jurassic Park game. Whether or not it will ever happen remains to be seen, as the films appear to be taking a break following Jurassic World Dominion. But it's something fans seem to be hungry for. Either way, Blackley's idea for Jurassic World and Spielberg's approval of it sounds like it would have been pretty special. Yeah, that was cool. I liked this trailer. That was really neat. That was really neat. That's kind of wild, man. The more you know. So Jurassic World was like uh initially pitched as a game and not a movie, man. That's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Rockstar Games' Bully gets remade with jaw-dropping graphics. Rockstar Games' beloved T-rated game Bully has gotten a fan remake that updates the graphics in a jaw-dropping way. Bully is one of Rockstar's most acclaimed games outside of the Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead series, yet it never got a sequel. Fans, though, of Bully have been hounding Rockstar for a sequel to Bully for a long time now. There were rumblings of a sequel for years, which may have been real, as some details surfaced last year with regards to what it would have looked like. A lot of the more interesting features got carried over to Red Dead Redemption 2, meaning it lives on in some form, but fans are still yearning for another boarding school adventure. YouTube channel Teaser Play created a trailer for a remake of Bully running on Unreal Engine 5. Dude, Unreal Engine 5 is pretty insane. It's absurdly gorgeous and showcases how far technology has come since the first game was released in 2006. There's room for improvement, as the facial animations leave a lot to be desired, particularly when it comes to lip syncing. But the fact a small fan project managed to achieve so much is amazing. The environments look photorealistic, really capture some of the gritty aesthetic the original game had. Of course, this isn't just a fan project, so it's not going to be. This is just a fan project, so it's not going to be released. Just serves as a concept for what could be. Whether Rockstar will ever bring back Bully remains a mystery, but if it does, it will likely be a while. Check this out.
Jimmy Hopkins, and don't ask how I'm doing. I've been here 5 minutes and already people want me dead. Even my parents didn't hate me this quickly. Well, welcome to Bullworth.
Wow, dude. I remember playing Bully way back in the day. It was a pretty cool game.
Now let me see. You've done a lot of naughty things, haven't you? Vandalism, graffiti.
Yeah, some of these facial animations are absolutely like
I'm
nightmare
scared
fuel.
of you, Hopkins.
Come on, give me a break.
Pretty wild.
Tell me, why should I waste my time on you?
I don't know.
Because it's my calling. It's what I do. You excel at causing trouble, and I excel at fixing little boys like you.
Yeah, I mean, like this is what's crazy. You see, like, people have been doing this, especially ever since Unreal Engine 5 got released to the public, you know, and people have just been taking these passion projects, like these games they love that have been, let's be honest,
Me, losers!
been maybe needing a remake.
The champion!
The facial animation. But again, this is just one person that just like took this and like kind of threw it into Unreal Engine 5, and I don't think that, you know, they were necessarily trying to make it perfect or anything, but that looks pretty good, dude. It looked pretty good. But I mean, yeah, I mean there were some rough edges, absolutely, but overall that's pretty wild, man, and definitely gives you a peek at what maybe a remake. I mean, if you took a game like Bully, had Rockstar actually use UE5 to remake the game, right? I mean, you're talking about a significant difference, and that just gives you a bit of a taste of what it could possibly be, right? Yeah, it's pretty wild, pretty wild. It's really neat. Katamari Damacy creator reveals new game teaser. As part of today's Annapurna Interactive 2022 showcase, Katamari Damacy creator Kida Takahashi has released a teaser for a new video game. While the teaser is light on details beyond a simple glance at what's being made, the new game is from Uvula, the game studio co-founded by Takahashi as expected. Yeah, a fan made that, dude. Yeah, that's just a fan made, like, they threw it in Unreal Engine 5 and just made that, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's just like somebody just did that. Yeah. That's not like Rockstar or anything. They just took the old Bully game and they made that. Pretty wild. All that was shown of the new game was a brief bit of animation featuring a character design in some way similar to those found in 2013's Tinya Wanya teens, also from Takahashi. The character is asleep in the teaser and snoring with the initial focus of their uvula before pulling out to showcase a dog licking their face. Then they wake up. That's the whole thing. You can check out the teaser from the new game from Takahashi and Uvula embedded below. Let's see what this is. I never played Katamari, but it was a well-loved game. Basically, that's the one where the ball rolls around and you just pick up more and more junk as you're rolling the ball around and everything, right? Crashing over stuff, picking up things, and the ball gets big. It's like a snowball effect, right? Huh. Okay. While Takahashi is certainly best known for Katamari, as he's since then worked on that is correct, right? I am thinking of the correct game. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Did that just open something else? No, I don't think so. He has since then worked on 2009's Nobby Nobby Boy, 2013's Alphabet, 2019's Wadum, and just this year released a new video game called Crankin's Time Travel Adventure as part of the first season launch for the handheld console playdate. As of right now, nothing is really known about the new project from Kita Takahashi beyond the teaser above, given its appearance during the Annapurna Interactive 2022 showcase. However, it would seem that the Uvula has partnered with Annapurna Interactive on the new title for publishing duties. Remember, Annapurna is the company that just did Stray as well, so they are kind of in the limelight, as it were, right now. Stray is doing very, very well. Beyond that, it is unclear when it might release, for what platforms, and what it might even be called. You can check out previous coverage of Annapurna Interactive in general right here. Okay. So, I'm sure we'll hear more about this as time moves forward, and we, through our gaming news segments and stuff. But we'll keep an eye out for what is coming next in regards to this title. Any Star Ocean fans out there? New Star Ocean: The Divine Force trailer details combat. The Divine Force has released a new beefy trailer that offers significantly more insight into the upcoming video game's combat system. The title, which is set to release on October 27th for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC via Steam, is the latest entry in the long-running Star Ocean action RPG series and developed by Tri-Ace. The new trailer largely focuses on the mysterious Duma, D-U-M-A, which is described as an unusual creation imbued with superior intelligence and self-cognizance. That appears as a robotic machine. That said, it considers itself a life form like any other. After an escape pod from the spaceship Itis carrying Duma is opened, it works with the party to grant them incredible abilities like flight and more. Additionally, Duma can scan for treasure chests and other interactable objects, allowing characters to unleash devastating attacks on enemies and more. Each playable character has their own unique abilities granted by Duma as well, and a good goodly portion of combat appears to be about figuring out how to best chain all of these together. You can check out the new Star Ocean, the Divine Force trailer for yourself below. Let's see what we got here. Lots of trailers. Square Enix. Where are the NFTs at, Square Enix?
Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that a Duma with you?
We're after the cargo they have stored there. I want it in one piece.
Duma! What are you?
Duma production model 004213 activating.
That is a robot facehugger. Hello, hi! Hamzel, hello!
We've obtained new intel on the latest adventure in the Star Ocean saga. In the far reaches of space, after its destruction by a Pan-Galactic Federation battleship, the Aegis jettisons an escape pod carrying Duma as its cargo. Duma is an unusual creation imbued with superior intelligence and self-cognizance. Though it appears to be a robotic machine, it refers to itself as a life form. Duma joins Raymond and company on their journey, despite its less than clear intentions. Duma imparts extraordinary abilities to each member of the travel party.
We call it Duma. It's highly dangerous.
It's plain to see there's
As a
no
robot facehugger, be
semiomantic
careful.
connection between you and your orb. And yet still, it heeds your command.
The bonds forged with the mysterious Duma will eventually find Raymond and Leticia caught in a destiny of cosmic proportions.
This world will never know peace, as long as that thing exists.
A defining feature of Duma's hardware is access to VA, or Vanguard Assault, which allows for a wide range of abilities and utility. For instance, the ability to take flight. Using Duma, players can glide quickly through the air with full range of motion, both out in the wilds or while in town. It can even be worked into combos. In addition, the world around you holds a veritable treasure trove of hidden items. Chief among these are gems. Gems are mysterious crystals that house the power to boost Duma's abilities. Finding and collecting these gems will be a great help on your journey. Duma also has the ability to scan for treasure chests and interactable objects while out in the world.
Dragon Ball fighting games.
Combing an area for rare items can be a daunting task, but Duma's field scan makes hunting down riches a snap. During combat, Duma can be used to employ a diverse range of powerful attacks. First, there's VA attacks. Hold down the applicable button to levitate high in the air, then release it to come crashing down on your enemies at high speed. Use this ability to push enemies back or inflict heavy damage. VA actions may manifest in different ways, depending on the character using them. Discover each character's unique abilities and use them to your advantage in battle. Once an enemy has its sights on you, perform a sudden course change while launching a VA attack and tear out of their range of vision to blindside them. While in this state, the enemy will lose sight of the player and become incapacitated for a short time, during which they'll take significantly more damage. You'll find this can prove most lethal to your foes. Multiple foes can be blindsided at once. When used effectively, it can lay waste to entire hordes of enemies in one fell swoop. Blindsides are a key strategy to felling formidable foes. The aggression radar can be used to better execute blindsides. This helpful radar displays directional information on incoming enemy attacks while the player stands still during combat. In other words, it can assist in planning out which targets to blindside.
You know what's funny that you bring that up, Mamzelle, is like...
Seemingly impenetrable enemies with wide field of vision can also be blindsided if certain conditions are met during combat. Consider these options when planning your battle strategies.
I was kind of along the same lines there, not specifically in regards to that
VA
game, but
can
there's
also
just
be
so
utilized when
many
entering battle.
ARPGs nowadays that just
If the battle is instigated
look
by
like
attacking the enemy while
they
they are
use the
unaware
same
of the
exact
player's
mechanics
presence,
as one
a
another,
surprise
you know what I
attack
mean?
and accompanying bonus will occur.
It doesn't feel like we're getting a whole lot of new
This
stuff.
bonus
within,
ensures the enemy hit by the attack
ARPGs
as well
far
as all
you know,
nearby enemies are blindsided.
combat system.
Greater rewards
right?
will be earned for any enemies
Things look
defeated
very,
before the
very
blindside
similar.
effect
Doesn't
wears
mean
off.
that they are. It would take trying them
This
out to see if
concludes our
they are
report
different.
on all
but
currently accrued intel.
I keep getting the impression the more ARPGs
However,
that,
this is only the
I
tip of the
see
iceberg when it
coming
comes to
out,
Duma's
the more I
capabilities.
see mechanics that just look
Utilizing Duma, players
very,
can expect
very,
to
very
bring even
similar
more
to one
versatility
another,
to their
right,
prowess
as far
in
as the combat goes. And
It also appears that
it's
some
kinda
seek to
concerning.
obtain Duma's unique
I mean,
powers for
of course,
themselves.
there's going to be
We
similarities
are the
because,
ones who should be utilizing the powers of that
you know,
Duma.
action RPG is action.
In our
RPG,
next report,
and there's
we
gonna
aim
be
to
some
shed more light on these
similarities, but,
powers and the shady
to an
characters
extent,
that
what you
chase
want to
after
see from titles is some things that set each other apart, right? Make
You'll
it
hear from
fresh,
us again as more
different,
intel comes
interesting,
in.
something that really is going to want to bring you to the title
Over
of
and
place.
out.
Because let's be honest, one of the main things about playing RPGs, traditionally is combat, right? And especially an action RPG is going to be the combat. So for me, whenever I keep seeing these things, and I mean, you bring up a very important part there, being Square Enix, and who makes Final Fantasy VII Remake? Square Enix. So for both of these games to have the same fighting style, you're probably not far off. Probably not far off there. And that's concerning. It doesn't mean they necessarily do, but it does kind of look like it, doesn't it? So we'll see. We will see. This is one of my. I mean, I'm just. Square Enix is one of those devs that I'm so concerned about right now because they are absolutely tunnel vision focused in on blockchain, NFT, crypto stuff within their games and everything. Like they want all of that. The Web3, they want all of it in their games. And I hate to see that, man. I really do, because at this point, I just don't see any devs incorporating it in a way that I feel like is good for gamers as well. It's only in a way that seems like it's very scummy and just a way for a dev to make bottom line, baby, money, you know? And that sucks for a company that makes my favorite all-time series, you know? So it's really hard to say, but I mean, they've been very public about it too. Square Enix has come out and just said for the past half a year, basically, they want to be in the NFT blockchain space. That is where they're going. They are committed, and we've already seen them take drastic steps to make sure that they are headed that direction. So, in my opinion, that's unfortunate. I hate to see that happen. To be just so solely focused on money, as opposed to just trying to make sure they're creating quality content, and I'm not saying that they aren't necessarily creating quality content, but I can tell you that for instance, their port of Final Fantasy VII Remake PC was terrible, and it took the community coming up with mods for that game to make it actually work fairly well on PC. It wasn't them patching it and stuff, you know. Yeah, I mean, well, and that's what I was saying. Gamer was no, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. And and that's what I was getting at. I mean, you know, and specifically, we're talking about ARPGs here, right? In comparing these games, and obviously within games, you're gonna get a good amount of copying mechanics that are done very well from other games, because that's the way gaming works, and that's the way the world works, right? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? And that has always been a part of the gaming industry. You take things that other games have done very well, you incorporate it into what you do, and try to put a unique spin on it, or what have you, right? So no, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, and that's what I was saying is, it just seems to me like quite often when I see trailers nowadays for games that I haven't played, Fat Pat, what's up, buddy? They look very, very similar combat-wise, and I'm not seeing a lot of difference. But again, that's what I'm saying is I haven't played the game, so I can't tell you for sure that it would be something that would necessarily be unentertaining, anything like that, right? It's just the initial impression that I've gotten here recently from a lot of the ARPGs that I've seen, and in comparison to what I've played, is a lot of similarities. So is it necessarily a bad thing? No. It would take playing and trying them out to see how you feel about it personally and things like that. It's just a something noticed. Yep. And I mean, I've even been talking about the combat in Witcher 3. It's repetitive. There's not a lot of variety in it. It's a very repetitive. I've had other people tell me they weren't able to stay engaged in the game because the combat in The Witcher is fairly repetitive. But there are things about the combat, even though it's repetitive, that feels very satisfying to me. So there's a lot to take in regards to something like that. And just because your initial impression of watching something might not be great doesn't mean it won't be a good time, right? Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to consider there. It was just something I think myself and like Mamzelle noticed a little bit. That's it. Pat, how you been, buddy? So the premise of Star Ocean, the Divine Force, focuses on its dual protagonists. Raymond is a captain of the aforementioned trading spaceship called Idis, while Letitia is the princess knight of a kingdom on Aster 4, an underdeveloped planet. As with all good role-playing games, fate brings the two of them together, as well as several allies, in order to take on the Pangalactic Federation. Working away, you're just grinding, baby. Hey, it's Friday, though, dude. Does that help? Does that help, man? As noted above, Star Ocean: The Divine Force is set to release on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S and One, and PC via Steam.
Hey, shut your pie hole, buddy!
Bruh, aren't you, like, traveling? Dude? Psych, what's up, brother? I thought you were traveling today, dude. Going to the airport in a few hours? Right on. I thought maybe they were just letting you watch. I thought maybe they were had you in a holding place in customs or something, and you were preparing to be cavity searched, and they were just letting you watch Twitch in the meantime or something. Night flight? Right on, dude. A man can wish. Touche. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. That's funny, buddy. Yeah, I was actually wondering how all your preparations were going, man. You're all ready to rock, huh? I'm happy for you, dude. I hope you have a great time. Hey, if they want to, touche, my boss. Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, gamer. I mean, sure. That's absolutely. I mean, I think that's important for people to keep in mind. Is everything's going to be, you know, we all have our own, you know, individual experiences and preferences and likes and dislikes about everything that we're going to experience as far as the game has to offer, right? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why, I mean, I will always take into consideration what somebody tells me about what they experience within a game, but I'll always take it with a grain of salt as well. Just because I know that what they experience doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate into what my exact experience is going to be as well, right? Yeah, and I think that's a very important thing for people to keep in mind, is that just because other people might have had a bad time doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad time. Just because other people had a great time doesn't mean you're necessarily going to have a great time, right? Absolutely. Yep. Digimon Survive asks players to not spoil the story. Bandai Namco has set to release the new video game Digimon Survive for the PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One tomorrow. That is today, by the way. The title follows an original story that blends visual novel narrative mechanics with tactical grid-based gameplay. There are, of course, digital monsters involved. Ahead of the game's release, Bandai Namco has made an official, explicit request for players not to spoil Digimon Survive for 2 months following its release. Digimon Survive tells a deeply personal story with many twists and turns. The official request from Bandai Namco reads in part, "To keep the surprises special, we ask players to avoid posting anything on social media that may spoil the story from Chapter 5 onward for the first 2 months after Digimon Survive's release. However, if you do post, please mark your content as a spoiler in a way that clearly indicates to others that spoilers are present." The request continues, "Let's keep Digimon Survive a one-of-a-kind experience." That's cool. It's still going to get spoiled, but that's cool. Well, I mean, I think because people that review games, and I do the same thing whenever, I mean, what I'll say in giving you my own personal experiences of what I do right now is I play games as my job, right? And so I feel like what comes along with that, and as part of my role in playing jobs on the constant, is to give a real thorough take on reviewing games as I play through them and finish them, and what I found to be good and bad, right? So that other people might have an idea of what they could potentially experience for themselves in the playthrough. Now, does that necessarily mean that they're going to have the same exact experience? No, it does not. But I think that's what reviewing is for people, right? And again, I think everybody has to keep in mind that reading a review, you need to read the review understanding that most of the time reviews are not written in a way to tell you what you are absolutely going to experience. It's giving the reader an idea, or the watcher or the listener or whatever, an idea of what the creator of that content, what their own personal experience was, to try to give whoever is indulging in that content an idea of what they might be in store for, right? That's it. Take it easy, gamer. Have a good day, buddy. So, I mean, and it's not just, I mean, as far as reviews go, it's everything gets reviewed in life, right? I mean, food, all kinds of entertainment, products for people to buy, and reviews are actually a really good, especially the more reviews you have on something, right? The better consensus average reviews across a product or an experience, the better it gives somebody looking into that that product or experience themselves, the better an idea it gives somebody of what they're going to be in store, the product or experience is going to have in store for them as well. So I think that's the point in reviews. I think to say that just to not understand what reviews do for people in general, that's what it's about. It's not to say that you're going to have the exact same experience, but to give people an idea of what they're in store for, ultimately. Yeah? While somewhat unusual, it's not entirely new for developers and publishers to ask what players not spoil a given video game on social media. Elden Ring, which is also published by Bandai Namco, had a similar request earlier this year ahead of its release, though it wasn't a definitive about the whole, quote, wait at least 2 months, please, part of it. After getting lost on a school trip, Takuma Momozuka finds himself transported to a world inhabited by ferocious foes and new allies. The official description of Digimon Survive states, join Takuma and his friends as they fight their way back home. Craft your story in this thrilling visual novel with turn-based combat. Oh, dude, that's actually funny. I like that. I'm going to have to give me that. You're going to review the stream, and then that right afterwards was perfect. Perfect, Wick. Thank you. Thank you. I'm keeping that. I'm actually probably going to take a snippet of that here in just a little bit. As noted above, Digimon Survive is set to release for the PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One tomorrow, July 29th. It is available to pre-order wherever such things are sold. The PS4 and Xbox One versions are compatible with the PS5 and Xbox Series XS consoles, respectively. Additional Digimon Survive comes with launch bonuses in the form of Gulmon DLC and HP support equipment. You can check out previous coverage right here. If you guys want to see anything else from that article, here you go. Wick, that's actually hilarious, dude. If Katari's still in here, buddy, here you go. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC teased by developer. Now, the game just released, right? So this is something we might need to talk about. Xenoblade Chronicle 3 developer Monolith Soft and Nintendo are set to release the sequel video game for the Nintendo Switch tomorrow, which is today. While the video game is not quite out yet, it's already known that it will feature an expansion pass with several waves of DLC content set to release over the course of the next year and change. That includes a new original story scenario as its finale. According to a recent developer interview conducted by Nintendo, said DLC could be as large as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country, which was so big that it actually had its own physical release. So this is something we talk about a lot. If that is the case, this is not actually as much of a DLC as it is an expansion. And realistically, in the video gaming world, DLC has become this this all-encompassing word for anything, right? That takes on content that can be pulled into a game from actual additional content to more story to just things like extra skins or it's really a vague term that's being thrown around nowadays, where DLC used to be more along the lines of smaller content things you could buy, soundtracks, some additional characters maybe for certain titles, skins, cosmetics, things like that. Whereas if you saw something that was significant big content upgrades for the game that you could buy, it wasn't usually referred to as a DLC. It traditionally was referred to as an expansion for the game. This is something to consider after you've played the game, but we're offering an additional expansion pass. See, expansion pass, it's right there in the name of this. Said Genki Yakoda, producer and director for Nintendo Entertainment Planning and Development Production Group No. 2, as part of a lengthy interview by Nintendo with developers. We'll be adding a new story at the end of the expansion pass, and we were thinking of making its volume of content as large as Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Thinking of making it that big. Ban site. I'm gonna ban myself for 2 weeks. No! No! Hashtag vote psych. Yeah. Actually, let me shout out our buddy Tabo real quick. Tabo has actually been taking on an increased role in our Discord server and has been making a lot of changes. Tabo has been a long-time part of this community and has always been very, very active in what we do and very active as a, just part of the Discord server as well, but has actually taken on a role in, I think Pinky's just been a bit busy, dude, with work and stuff like that. But he's been around here and there. He's just been busy with some work stuff, I think. But Tabo, big shout out to our buddy Tabo, who has been working very hard on increasing what our Discord server is as far as engaging and being a cooler place for everybody to be a part of. So thank you, my friend. Quote, we will be adding a new story at the end of the expansion pass. We are thinking of making its volume of content as large as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country. We hope those that we hope that those who enjoyed that content, I can't read, as well as newcomers will pick it up. It will be quite a high volume of content that will not let you down. What exactly the new original story will actually include remains to be seen. While the first wave of Expansion Pass DLC is set to arrive concurrently with the release of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the rest of the 4 total waves have placeholder dates only. DLC Wave 4, which includes the new story, is officially set to release by 12/31/2023. Given that tight time frame, it might be a bit before the developer actually reveals its contents. As noted above, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is set to release for the Nintendo Switch tomorrow, July 29th. That's both digitally and physically, and there is also a physical Xenoblade Chronicles 3 special edition that will be available featuring a steelbook, a game case, special art, and 250-page hardcover art book. But good luck actually scoring one for yourself. Check out all the previous coverage of the upcoming sequel video game right here. Yeah. I mean, this is one of those things that's difficult for me in regards to, like, I absolutely believe that, like, if you are coming out with something as significant DLC, which should be referred to as an expansion, if it is that big, if it is big enough to add a huge chunk of game time and content and world to explore and things to get done in the game, in addition to what the base game had, absolutely that should cost extra, But if you're talking about releasing a game and then having these little bitty DLC things that come 2 weeks after, then 4 weeks after, then 6 weeks after, and it's just suck more money, suck more money, suck more money, suck more. That stuff was obviously ready for the main game when it was released. You know what I mean? And that feels bad. That feels bad. I do not like the way developers use that kind of system to try and, whenever you're already paying upfront a significant amount of money, $60, $70 sometimes nowadays, for the base game when it releases right off the bat. And then it's like, oh, hey, there's some DLC that we just got ready 2 to 3 weeks after the game release. And, it's only 20, 30, 40 more bucks, and then 2 weeks down the line, same thing. And I know that they have the expansion pass on, Xenoblade, but this is not unheard of for developers to be doing. And it just seems scummy to me, instead of just adding this kind of stuff to the game, because it was obviously ready for the game in the first place. It's just a way for them to keep sucking money out of people. Again, if it's a big, huge piece of content for the game, then absolutely, you know what I mean? If this is something that's coming out 6 months to a year after the game released, and it's a huge piece of content for the game to keep people playing and give them new stuff to do, then for sure, I feel like that should cost. But as far as a lot of the other stuff, man, it just feels bad a lot of times. Minecraft Amiibo's release date revealed by Nintendo. The long-awaited Super Smash Bros. Amiibo for Minecraft characters Steve and Alex are coming very soon. Amiibo are some of the most interesting and unique products from Nintendo, spawned during the time of the Toys to Life genre craze. Although that genre crashed and burned, leaving no real trace of a future in its demise, Amiibo lived on. Although they're not as reliant on specific games as other Toys to Life projects, Amiibo spawned a frenetic following. Namely, they're really well-made figures based on iconic characters that typically grant players access to in-game items that otherwise wouldn't be accessible. The latest wave of figures centered around 2 Minecraft characters, and they're coming very soon. After previously being slated for spring of this year, the Minecraft Steve and Alex Amiibo will be releasing on September 9th. These particular figures are based on the Super Smash Bros. Line, so players can scan them into the game and fight alongside them. With that said, some players don't even take them out of the box, as they're simply amazing collector's items. Some of these Amiibos can be a bit rare, and given the high demand for these Minecraft figures in particular, you may want to pre-order one while you have a chance. There's no indication that these will be limited edition. That doesn't mean they won't be hard to get at launch. After all, we all know how much of a rush there is to secure Nintendo items on day one. All right. Steve. The name Steve will always remind me of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You ever seen that movie? My bad. With that said, the new Amiibo are imminent, and fans can get excited for the new release. It's already been confirmed that there won't be any more new characters for Smash Bros., bringing the game's reign to a conclusion. With that said, some fans are hoping that Sora will get an Amiibo, given he's the only character to not have one yet. As of right now, nothing has been announced, though. Steve! That little monkey in that movie is hilarious. August's free games with Amazon Prime Gaming have been announced. 6 PC games, will be available to Prime subscribers at no extra charge next month. Amazon announced on Thursday, August free games will be StarCraft Remastered, Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, Beasts of Maravilla Island, Recompile, Scourgebringer, and Family Mysteries, Poisonous Promises. There you go. So if you got Prime Gaming, StarCraft Remastered, dude. Wow. There you go. Your free games will be available on August 1st, okay? Free games, man. If you have Amazon Prime already, then you should be connecting with your Prime Gaming account and just getting your free games. They are free games. I will say Amazon needs to do a better job of with their game, their Prime Gaming platform. It's pretty unintuitive, not real fun. You have to have their own application to access your games. I would much rather just use something like GOG to be able to access, like to link my Amazon account on GOG and just grab my games on GOG, rather than have like my Prime Gaming application on my desktop or whatever. But they're free games, so maybe in the future. Final Fantasy XIV patch 6.2 gets another showcase in 2 weeks. We'll see more of the big update on August 12th. Chocobo! What is this little shark? I want a little shark. We're seeing more of Final Fantasy XIV's patch 6.2 in 2 weeks, with Square Enix announcing a new letter from the producer's stream. Announced earlier today, a brand new letter from the producer live will air next month on August 12th. Kicking off at 8 p.m. JST. That equates to exactly 3 a.m. PT, 6 a.m. Eastern, and 11 a.m. BST. And it's here that we'll finally see more of the forthcoming patch 6.2 for Final Fantasy XIV. The prominent headline feature the fans will surely be on the lookout for during the broadcast will be the Island Sanctuary. Square Enix previously revealed this feature would be coming to Final Fantasy XIV with patch 6.2. offering players the opportunity to create their own Animal Crossing-like island, complete with roaming minions to interact with. We'll likely see a firm release date for patch 6.2, with Square Enix previously announcing a late August 2022 window for the new update. So it stands to reason that the letter from the producer live will finally unveil a new release date. Elsewhere, we could find out more details about the new story content of the patch. Just yesterday, Square Enix revealed brand new key art for patch 6.2, which fans believe finally unmasked the long-standing La Hebra for good. Would you look at that? The whole community is in an uproar over just how good-looking the ancient Askian has turned out to be. Who could have seen this coming? There you go. So, what'd they say on August 12th? I will try to remember. I don't play this game, but I'm fine with watching it. If the community wants to take a look, it could be really cute, actually, to see what they're doing with this. So, we'll try to keep track. We'll probably see some more stuff in the news. We got a couple of weeks before it happens. So, we might try to watch it here in the channel. All right, GTA 6, everything we know so far, news, leaks, and rumors. GTA 6 is in development, but little else is known about the next Grand Theft Auto so far. We sum up everything you need to know about GTA 6 in this article, including news, leaks, and rumors. It's a ways away, guys, but GTA 6 is officially in development. We've known that. Rockstar has confirmed this, stating the development is well underway and that they will share more as they are ready. So we know that it's coming, but what is the release date? What platforms? Yeah, I know. This is the thing that's kind of crazy for me is they, you know, there comes points where I wish people would just like leave stuff alone. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of come across these articles and I pull them up because it's like, okay, let's see if there's actually anything like worth reading in here. But it's like, the sobering answer is we don't know all that much about GTA 6 at all. So what are you even writing about here? You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of fluff info, really. It's just filler crap. And we've read a bunch of this already in different like articles and segments, so I'm not even going to read this. It's really kind of, it gets really annoying when it I think what it comes down to is like, you download GTA 5. Dude, I downloaded it a while back, and I started playing just like the single player mode of it, just to mess around. Because, dude, I hadn't played a GTA 5 in a while, and I only played like a mission or two, and then I didn't pick it back up. I got too wrapped up in some other games and stuff. But are you gonna stream some like, you gonna roleplay, dude? Do we need to start doing some roleplay streams? Oh, dude, I just had an idea. We gotta talk, dude. When Harry Met Lloyd, GTA 5 edition. Do you think we could get tuxes in GTA 5 to look like that, dude? Just roll around everywhere. Like Harry and Lloyd. It could be epic, man. Yeah, I mean, it does get annoying whenever it's like, obviously there are a lot of people that love GTA and there's a lot of hype around the fact they're making a new one, but it gets really annoying whenever it's like, you get these, obviously there are these writers that are big fans of the titles themselves, and instead of actually having anything like really new to write about regarding the development of the game, they just write a new article that is old news everybody's already really heard already, you know, and it's like, find something else to write about, you know. It seems weird. I mean, it happens a lot, and it happens a lot with titles that, you know, get real hyped up, and that people have been anticipating for a long time and waiting on, but it does get annoying, man. Xbox Cloud Gaming down again mere hours after similar problems occurred. Microsoft is once again having issues with its cloud gaming service as it has gone down yesterday. These problems are occurring mere hours after similar issues prevented players from launching cloud games. Most recent issues seem to be confined to the Americas, and Microsoft is currently working on getting the service back up in those regions. No estimate for when it will be fixed. Launching cloud games, Xbox Cloud Games, is not working for many players across Americas at the moment. Those who do manage to launch games may be unexpectedly disconnected from a game after it begins. Players have been told to keep an eye on the Xbox status page for the Xbox support Twitter account for any updates. Xbox Cloud Gaming went down earlier today, although those issues were fixed after a period of 4 hours. There's no indication as to how long it will take Microsoft to get on top of the most recent issues, although the team does say they have identified the problem and a fix is pending. Microsoft recently announced that its cloud gaming service revenue, blah, blah, blah. Is it still down? Yeah. I took care of it, didn't I? Games and gaming, yeah. Have you seen the extended cut, like the extended scene of them doing the hot tub stuff? If you haven't, dude, oh my god, it is so flippin' funny, dude. I haven't watched it in forever, but me and a buddy of mine, we used to just die laughing, dude, watching that movie in general, but especially that extended scene of them in the hot tub together. Current issues, Watch Dogs 2 specifically. Looks like everything else is up at this point, according to Xbox anyways. But let's see what their Twitter says. The old tweeter. 11 hours ago, users should once again be able to play cloud gaming titles. Thank you for your patience and happy gaming. So, looks like it was only a few hours maybe that they were having significant issues. Probably still some residual stuff, but for the most part, it only took them a couple hours to get it figured out, it looks like anyways. Still not good. Any downtime is not... Any unplanned downtime, which these days for a online streaming service, there shouldn't be any planned downtime, right? You have failover servers, things like that, hot swappable kind of hardware, things like that. You shouldn't have downtime. So any downtime is not good. What is the immersive novel tomorrow is a winner for gamers and noobs alike. Let's see what this is. By now, I should know better. When I first picked up Gabrielle Zevin's new novel, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, I doubted I would stick with it. After all, it's about two childhood friends who become legendary names in the world of video game design. I'm not a gamer. I know as much about expansion packs or terms like adaptive tile refresh as I do about harpooning a well. You see where this is going. Because whatever is its subject, when a novel is powerful enough, it transports us readers deep into worlds not our own. That's true of Moby Dick, and it's certainly true of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which renders the process of designing a great video game as enthralling as the pursuit of the great white whale. Zevin's main characters, Sam, Monsieur, and Sadie Green, first meet in the game room of a children's hospital in Los Angeles when they're around 11 years old. Sadie is there because her sister has cancer. Sam has been in a horrific car accident, which killed his mother, crushed his left foot. Almost silently, they bond over Super Mario Bros. Game Sam has been playing. Because Sam has been emotionally shut down, the nurses are thrilled and ask if Sadie might stop in again. Sadie's mother proposes that her visits could count for the community service she must perform for her upcoming bat mitzvah. Sadie returns to play with Sam for weeks, stealthily presenting the nurses with her timesheet at the end of every visit. Transactional for sure, but also genuine. Here's how Zevin's omniscient narrator beautifully describes the intense connection between the two friends. To allow yourself to play with another person is no small risk. It means allowing yourself to be open to be exposed, to be hurt. Many years later, as Sam would controversially say in an interview with a gaming website, there's no more intimate act than play, even sex. The storyline of Tomorrow spans some 30 years. Sam and Sadie become estranged and reconnect as college students in Boston. She's one of a minority of women at MIT in the late 1990s. MIT, wow. Sam is an alienated scholarship kid at Harvard, wow, whose Korean grandparents run a pizza place back in LA. Tries to ignore his painful left foot held together by metal rods. Sam sometimes needs a cane that he fears made him look affected, like a 21-year-old Mr. Monopoly. I don't want to like spoil this or anything, but the novel explores the thrills and frustration of creative work. The book satisfies the aspirations of both Sadie and Sam. It's a big, beautifully written novel about an underexplored topic that succeeds in both being serious art and immersive entertainment. That's really cool, man. Here's the full article if you're interested in reading or this article or the book itself. Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. Cool, man. I am not a huge book reader, but my wife and both my kids are, and I know a lot of people really, really enjoy reading books. And if you're into gaming and reading books, this could be a really, really good read right here. Really neat. This will be the last article I have for today, guys. If you have anything to add, let me know in chat. I'll address it before we move on to our gaming segment today. Okay. Colorful Skate and Date Thirsty Suitors drops surprise Steam demo. More and more games are releasing demos, which is a great thing for the industry as far as I'm concerned. For the longest time, it felt like developers were getting away from pushing demos out to people, to the consumer. And I feel like it had a very negative effect on the industry as a whole. And at this point, we're seeing a resurgence of that kind of incorporation from developers of allowing players to get a bit of a taste of what the game has to offer before it actually releases. And I think that is a great play on the side of developers. We actually watched an amount of this during showcases back in June. This game looks pretty wild. Outer Loop Games has released a surprise Steam demo for Thirsty Suitors, which is available to play now. Has also announced that the game will launch on Game Pass. During the Annapurna Interactive Showcase today, which was yesterday, Outer Loop Games surprised viewers by announcing that a demo for Thirsty Suitors has been released on Steam. Along with the demo, Outer Loop Games has also shared new footage that explores how the title's turn-based combat and skating will work. While fighting her exes, protagonist Jayla will need to understand her opponent's personality to hit them with the most damage. In the battle with her first ex-boyfriend Sergio, Jayla identifies his toxic masculinity and thirstiness as weaknesses and uses her relevant abilities to exploit that. Later on, Outer Loop Games explored skating in the game. Most of this takes place at an abandoned theme park, where Jayla can practice her tricks and land combos to score points. During the video, Outer Loop Games explained that skating was designed to be easy to access while still offering some depth for keen players to explore. Last month, Enemy got to see hands-off preview of Thirsty Suitors and found a plenty to praise. There isn't a single beat that Thirsty Suitors' writing doesn't knock out of the park. The combat mechanics are creative and entertaining. Jayla's back and forth with Sergio is hilarious, and the narrator's dry jibes land like pokes to the rib. While Thirsty Suitors does not yet have a release date, it's planned to launch on all Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Nintendo Switch platforms. Will also be available on Game Pass. That's really cool. This game looks pretty wild, and it looks pretty funny. Who knows? Maybe we'll try it out. If you're interested, here you go. Looks like a pretty cool title. I think that's it, guys. I think that's what we've got for today. So that'll be the news. I don't think anybody else brought anything else up that could be pertinent for the news segment. So thanks to everybody who was part of this segment specifically, and to this community. You guys are amazing. If you are viewing this news segment as a VOD on YouTube and you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment so we can have a bit of a discussion regarding some of the topics we went over today, okay? Also, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with me and the rest of the outsiders here in the community. And when we go live every single day at 6 a.m. CST and start every single stream off with video gaming news, okay? Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another. And we'll catch everybody tomorrow for July 30th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?